I just like to see the sun, buddy. Just sit, be in a coma for 24 hours, see the sun. Obviously, we jumped on them early. Thought that was a key. Came out of the gate being highly efficient on offense, and Biddle had it going, trying to match us. But our defense got a little bit better as the game went on. I'm sure Coach Altman would tell you that that's not their best game. Where do they rank? 14th in the country. 16th ranked team in the country. So that's obviously not their best game. I understand that. Jackson Shelstead is, for him not to score, I don't know if he's not feeling well tonight. He didn't take a shot in the second half. He's, for the last month, he's been one of the best guards in the country. So I'm not sure, but very proud of our guys for this stretch of games. It's just, it's been a long grind for us since December, since we started the Big Ten.
You're getting excellent guard play, Dye's emerging, back to full strength. It feels kind of like everything's coming together right now.
Well, let's talk about it. I'm really happy with our 19 assists. Our point guard plays elevating. Dylan's playing great. Sky's got 5 assists. His defense is elite. But Eric Daly is pretty dominant. Yeah, when you got a guy that's he was dominant. But I'd say this all the time. I say about guys I've coached in gym time. Eric Daly spends more time in the gym on his shooting, and he's the most dedicated guy that I've ever coached on his diet, his rest, his commitment to what he's trying to accomplish in basketball. And it pays off for him. It doesn't surprise me when I see him do this, because I've watched him since he moved to LA last May, a month early before summer school, and was in the gym 2 hours a day. So, but he was as good as you could be, offensively.
How hard he works in the gym shooting. Have you seen his shooting improve since summer?
Oh yeah. 100%. He's just lifting his elbow, getting a little more hard. He knows it, keeping his head still. Like Bob Huggins was known as a great defensive coach. I was fortunate that he gave me a chance and worked with me. But he was a great shooter. And one time he was a leading scorer ever in Ohio, Coach Huggins was. Great teacher. And he wouldn't have, because of his athletes, and nobody would know this. I learned so much from him, but keeping your head still when you shoot. People talk about all that. If you don't keep your head still, it's attached to your neck, attached to your shoulders, you're going off balance. And you watch all the great shooters, that they keep their head still. They may fall out of it after they let it go. But I gave that to him when he got here. He's just, everything you tell him, he takes to heart. So we've worked on keeping his head still when he shoots, and he gets more arc. But the guy lives in the gym. He doesn't surprise me. But to me, he was a backbreaker when it was still a game. He broke their back numerous times with his shots.
Tyler looked like he picked right up where he left off.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't his ankle late. He started cramping.
Mick, do you see any of the other guys picking up on emulating Eric in those areas of diet?
Yeah, it's always good to have somebody like that because, Lazar's the same way, Bob. Lazar's a professional, and he's been great for a guy because they share an apartment. He literally gives a guy lights out time. Yeah, it's like his dad, lights out. The problem is the guy gets up and at midnight eats every night. So I told Lazar it's okay. I'm getting up to eat. He's not going out. He's getting up. He needs to keep eating. Guy eats. I've never seen a human eat like that. But anyway, yeah, it's always good to have somebody like that because it rubs off on your teammates, especially when they see what he's doing.
Whether it was a sickness or not, just what do you think it says about Sky Clark as a defender that he can hold Jackson Charles?
Well, I don't know, man. I was just guessing, but it's just something wasn't right with I don't know what it was for him, Jackson to only take, he's a great player, for him to only take 2 shots. I asked him if he was sick, he thought he said no, his handshake fine, I said, you okay? We recruited him, he's a great kid. But no, Sky does a great job. You know, I talked to the guys at halftime. I mean, regardless of what the situation was with their, whether they had illness or whatever, if you can take the other team's best player, best offensive player, and shut him out, you're going to win 9 out of 10 times. At least your defense, you know, you're going to hold the team to 52. But if you let the, you know, like Wisconsin comes in here, your best 2 players get 20 plus. It's hard, you know, to give up 80, you know, and run with offense. But if you want to be a good defensive team, you got to be able to take the other team's best player.
You said you gave the team like a mental rest day on Tuesday. How do you feel like that kind of helped them? Do you think it helped them in any way?
Look, I think that there's a coaching isn't a science. I'm all for analytics, but there's an art to it. You know, because assistant coaches, you know, which mine are great, and they can't wait when it's their scout. They want to start giving them all the info. And I have to, like right now, their head's going to explode. Okay, they've had more. They haven't had a day off from scouting report in a long time. So, you know, they just need to worry about maybe doing some homework. School, it's amazing. We actually go to school. And you know, that's all this stuff. When you read about like opinions about the college athletics nowadays, nobody ever mentions academics. It's sad.
Yeah.
Nobody. In recruiting, nobody asks. Nobody talks about it on talk shows. Nobody ever talks about it. So it's nice that they go to school. Because our guys go to UCLA, #1 school in the country, public institution. It's not easy. Actually, it's just maybe not focused on some academics.
And piggybacking off this question a little bit, you know, you obviously mentioned you were worried about the emotional gas tank. How much does a lift from the crowd like you had tonight help?
Huge. Students were awesome. The crowd was awesome. I would tell you that these guys love it. You know, over my time, I've tried to tell, you know, guys, because you got to win on the road, so your energy's got to come from your bench, and you got to be tougher than to need other people's help. And I try to tell them in life as well, okay? Because really, nobody really cares. Like I can sit up there and talk about, you know, whatever I want to. Nobody cares. Like you got injuries in Nebraska, Eric don't play. Nobody cares. You lost. You know, so you got to be tough enough. But there's no question it helps. You know, I think it helps rattle the other team. It helps give these guys energy. I mean, you would have to see what they say, but experience would tell me definitely your crowd gets rolling right there. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.